What's going on, YouTubers? Welcome to another video. So I beat Resident Evil 3, 4 hours, 11 minutes. Fantastic game, especially if you don't want a 15-hour game. Sometimes you don't want to play a 15, 30, 60-hour game. You just want something that you could beat in a day or 2 days. So I had a blast. I think this diorama represents the game absolutely perfectly, and I freaking love it. So I'm very happy I got this. Let's talk about the video game setup, because I've kind of come to two different ideas. I kind of posted on Instagram, but I wanted to do on YouTube, because a lot of you probably don't follow me there. But, I'm trying to think the best way to display this setup. Because Kratos bus is going to be extremely big. It's taller than Clicker by like 3 or 4 inches, but it's also substantially wider. And ideally, I want to display Mimir next to him, because, it's like he's next to Kratos on his hip the entire game. And I'd love to have the axe next to him. I bought the axe, the Leviathan axe, the one that comes on a base, and I'd love to display it on that base. I just don't know if I'll have the space, especially since it's like diagonally. So I may have to wall mount it, but we'll see when I get that. I'm kind of like delaying until I get Kratos bus to kind of like finalize this, but I've been doing some mock-up photoshops, wanted to talk about it, and a few pros and cons of each. So in this current setup, the idea is to put the Last of Us Dio there, Kratos bus there, and then we would wall mount that shield and the axe directly above, move that there, poster removed, and the other Blades of Chaos there. So it does double Blades of Chaos from old game to new game, and then it would be shield, or actually probably, shield then axe. And this is a lot of space for Kratos bus, and the biggest reason is due to his pose being, arms out with the blades. Although I know my commissioner was saying how he brought the arms a little more in, meaning it won't be quite as wide and the blades won't stick out as much. They're more forward than diagonally, which will help substantially in terms of displaying it. So I really need, he's going to be able to assemble the 3D printed version for me and get me some measurements soon. And I think that will help me a lot. And then, after the 3D print is made, that's when you make the mold, and then you cast it in silicone, assemble everything, and so forth. So, we're still a month plus out on the Kratos bust, but we got it 3D printed now, the full bust, so we can assemble it and see what it looks like at least, and then we cast it in silicone. So there's a few reasons we want to do Kratos bust middle. I just don't know how good he'll look in that corner where the Clicker, I can angle it like this, because before when I had it right here, the arm did stick out a little bit, so it's a slight walking hazard. Where this isn't a walking hazard at all. There's nothing sticking out. So that's one reason is, the Clicker won't be a walking hazard. It looks good in the corner because I can angle it like that. There's plenty of space for the diorama. And I can always move this even slightly, so the arm goes this way. But I'm very confident I'll fit the Dio here perfectly. And I'm very confident Kratos bus will fit here, no problem. It's just a matter of if the blades will block Mimir or the statue. Now, hypothetically, if Kratos really does require a full garage shelf, you could remove Mimir, put him where the Kratos God of War 3 is, and lower that. And then it kind of does symmetrically match a little bit better, where it goes bust, statue, bust, statue. View those as a combined statue, then bust. And if that's the case, you'd probably have to do the poster above Mimir, blades, shield, axe. Or if we could do the axe next to Kratos, so it's on its base, that would work really good as well. Now, I do like the way I had it before as well, where you do Clicker there, Last of Us style, and technically I would have space to do either Uncharted or Last of Us 2 Ellie. Although I'm really thinking the best place to put Nathan Drake is going to be where Neo is. We put Neo over there and do Nathan Drake right there. Because for the hallway, I'm actually doing Laura here. Well, I thought about putting her down there, but she really doesn't look good down low. I hate her down low. She's way too tall, And so I think right here is good. Plus, this is actually like not a walking hazard. There's velociraptors the same scale as those. And so it just fits good. So we'll do Marcus to her left. She's middle because she's the tallest. But let's get Marcus in. But this is going to be Marcus, Halo, Laura. And I actually do have an Xbox version of her game. So in essence, it'll be all Xbox games. She's not a console exclusive. So that will work. You know, and this Kratos can either go here or down low. And if he doesn't go down low, that does mean there is an extra spot to put another statue there. You know, but if we do Uncharted here, Kratos here, you go to Last of Us 2 Ellie. You know, so there's definitely some pros. I do think Nathan Drake will be fine down low. I think he'll fit there and look good. So that's my current plan, is just to do Nathan Drake where Neo's at. So I'll move William there, and we'll do Uncharted there. So, yeah, there's definitely a lot to consider for this display. I think the biggest thing is really just getting everything kind of like in hand, or at least the Kratos bust. You know, once we get the Kratos bust, then we can kind of determine it. And I'm kind of waiting to wall mount that shield, because it's always a pain to wall mount stuff. So I'm waiting till I get the axe to determine where I want to wall mount this. You know, because if I can fit the axe on its base in this display, it doesn't look cluttered, we're going to do that. If I can't, we'll wall mount it. And if we do fit it, let's say on this display, we just do the shield directly above Kratos and do the blades above that. And if Mimir's over there, then you'd put the poster above him. You know, I am trying to make everything symmetrical. That's always like a thing with me. I want things to match. So that's why I was kind of thinking, I mean, I can't just have a bust here and here without one there. So I'm like, maybe Mimir needs to go there. Even though he's kind of an untraditional bust. But I love that look. That looks great. Kratos bust being so big, he is going to be a great centerpiece. You know, so plus, you know, if he turns out as good detail-wise as like those two, he definitely deserves that middle spot. So it'll probably be one of the best pieces in my collection. You know, so. But let's check out some Photoshops, and I can show you guys it. So that's kind of a basic Photoshop of just the God of War setup. So all weapons above, no room for a poster, you know, and that's the Kratos bust 3D sculpt originally. But like I said, we have adjusted those arms to go slightly in, which should help with that width, making me think that this will, and I think I even underscaled him here, but you know, like, this looks great for sure. You got the old God of War, then the new one, bust, Mimir, axe, and shield. So you got basically all the weapons behind Kratos from the first original game, which is my focal point, the first game, not Ragnarok. And here's kind of if Kratos, you know, can't fit next to anything, you do Mimir on the right side, and then it sort of look like that for the whole display. Here's a little bit better quality of an image. All right, and then here is like sort of the original plan, you know, where you kind of do like the three weapons in the middle, although I'd probably switch the blades with the, you know, shield. And then you sort of do like that, where you do like Last of Us 2 Ellie next to the Dio. All three weapons above, and then Kratos Mimir like that. And you keep the poster to keep it symmetrical, and three weapons in the middle. So, I mean, this looks really good as well, because it kind of works in the sense you got two large busts, statue, I guess statue, and then bust. I mean, it's not truly symmetrical in a sense, but it is. So, it works in the sense of, you know, two big busts, and then statues on the side. But, like I said, we really need to see how good this Kratos bust turns out. That is, you know, the biggest thing. So, but there's definitely some big advantages to doing Kratos directly in the middle, especially if he's, you know, like, as big as like almost Thanos bust. He deserves that middle centerpiece spot. But anyways, wanted to, you know, give you guys the rundown of the current situation. So right now, I'm planning to do Kratos bust mid-room, unless things change. You know, it's like, I do want Last of Us 2 Ellie, although I feel like if I get her, I want to get her counterpart Abby and get the Dio. If I get the Dio, I'd have to display it down low, like where Jin Sakai is, you know, because that's where I could fit them both. So that's my biggest gripe, just getting Ellie. I'm like, I can't just get Ellie. That's like me just getting Aloy. I couldn't do that. I had to get the Stalker. I can't get one part of a diorama. I have to get the full one. That's just who I am. I get the full thing. So if I get Ellie, gotta get Abby, and then they're definitely not going there. And I'd have to do maybe Uncharted up there and move like something. Anyways, folks, let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Which display do you like best? And I'll see you on the next one. Like, comment, subscribe. Have a great day.